What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within, and today we are talking about crafting orders. There are quite a few quality of life changes that are coming through to crafting orders. Some of them will be available today for North American servers, some of them will be available tomorrow for EU, and some might be available at the current moment as well. And some are even coming in a later patch that has already been confirmed that is very interesting. So a lot of these changes you will be experiencing right away or in a day or so, and the crafting orders have been a little bit annoying since they came out. They have been buggy, they are not working as intended. The first couple of weeks we even got, if you had blacksmithing for example or leatherworking, a bunch of your orders were simply not craftable because they all required embellishments. Thankfully they have been working on these crafting orders and hotfixing them all the time, making them better week by week, and now they are taking the final steps to make these orders even better than they currently are. So let's talk about what's happening. I'm going to talk about my opinions on everything as well, but let's just cover the facts first and exactly what's happening. So here are the patch notes for Season 1 hotfixes for September 23rd, and the thing is, this is basically in the game right now, but you will not experience it until your patron orders have been refreshed, which usually happens on the weekly reset, or it depends on when you did them last. So some of them might be resetting tomorrow for you, some might be resetting throughout the week. The crafting orders you currently have will not be affected by this, but your new orders coming in will be affected by this. So these are the hotfixes. Number 1, all customers except for the Artisans Consortium now have a chance to provide basic reagents. Also, increase the likelihood for all customers to provide basic reagents, which is perfect. Lower the quality requirements on many potential orders that grant specialization points by 1, which is also very good because I was not able to make a bunch of them, especially the crafted gear. Like, unless you spec'd into gear crafting, getting to quality 4 was very difficult without using concentration, for example. And then addressed several rare cases where a customer could request a minimum quality for items without quality, which was really weird. Removed several abnormally expensive orders from the pool of potential crafting orders, or patron orders, such as alchemy cauldrons, engineering toys, and darkmoon sigils. So thankfully, we are no longer going to have to spend, well, I say have to, but like have the option to, spend 10, 20, or 30,000 gold on those crafting orders, and there are a couple more, like jewel crafting has a couple of expensive ones, but there are a couple of more that are not noted here. But the thing is, they removed several, such as alchemy cauldrons, engineering toys, and darkmoon sigils. I believe those 3 were used as examples here, and there's more of them being removed. Like for example the prisms in jewel crafting, or maybe even some of the expensive gems could also have been removed. So hopefully they removed more than just those 3 and they were just examples, but as a alchemist I am very happy to see that cauldron being gone. Last week several of my alchemists had double cauldrons and they all locked those knowledge points behind those cauldrons, and I'm not gonna lie, I just skipped. I was not gonna make 2 cauldrons for patrons, man. Giving cauldrons to NPCs just feels not good. So those are the changes that have been made now as of September 23rd, and I'm making this video on September 24th, so they are basically in the game now. But it's once again important to note, this will only affect new crafting orders coming in for your character, and when those comes in depends on when you did your last set of orders. For me, I've tried to make it so all of my orders are refreshing on Wednesdays now, so for me that's going to be tomorrow, but if you did your 7-day orders today, you are not getting them for another week. So just be aware that the orders you currently have will be unaffected by this, but new orders will be affected by this. Now there is one more change coming very soon that I talked about on stream about 5 days ago when these patch notes came out. I had not made a video about it yet because I didn't really think that in itself was worth a video, but now that we have all of these things, we can make a video talking about patron orders and their quality of life changes. Speaking of quality of life, in patch 11.0.5, aka the 20th anniversary event, we are going to be able to use reagents stored in the Warband bank to fill all types of crafting orders. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna be able to do patron orders, personal orders, public orders, all crafting orders through the Warband Bank. As someone who plays on 2 accounts and has over 70 characters that I'm doing patron orders on to keep up with knowledge points, this is an absolutely insane quality of life, and I cannot thank Blizzard enough. This will probably save me about 2 hours per week of just trading materials between my characters when doing those crafting orders, or having a list of items. Like, I usually use a notepad on the side and have a list of items that I'm taking out of the warbank for every single crafting order session. So I do about 6 hours per week of crafting orders, which will easily be down to probably 3 hours as well now. This will save me so much time, and it will also save me so much annoyance, having to take out all of those items from the warband bank on all of those characters. I'm not saying this applies to everyone, by the way, but even if you have 5 characters, it will save you a lot of annoyance. It will just be a massive quality of life that I've been asking for ever since launch, and I'm so happy to see it like be here, especially as of patch 11.0.5. Now that is likely about 1 month away, give or take, but it's coming, and that's perfect. I could not be happier. It's such a huge quality of life. So we have that to look forward to, and then we have these hotfixes right here that are in the game right now. It just proves that Blizzard are working on improving this system, and considering they want patron orders to be kind of a important system, I think it's great to make it as good as possible. It really feels like they're trying to make it as vital as possible, or like I don't know how to say it, but like an important part of the expansion. If you are a crafting character, for example, the only weekly quest we have in Dragonflight, we had 2 weeklies. One of the weeklies was to do crafting orders, and the other one was to craft something, or buy something and hand in. So we had 2 different weekly quests. This time around, we only have one. The only weekly quest we have as a crafting profession character is to do crafting orders. So I feel like they are trying to push us towards these patron orders as much as they can. So improving that system is very, very vital. Now, I am very happy about these changes. I think Blizzard is moving in the right direction here, and it's very, very good to see that they're focusing on improving multiple parts of the game. And in the past, I feel like they have usually let professions they haven't really paid that much attention to professions as they have now. In Dragonflight, for example, I'm just going to say it now, we had a bug in Dragonflight that was reported during the beta that was fixed 2 months after launch. Meanwhile now, they are on their toes, they're fixing bugs, they're adding quality of life, and it just feels like they're finally paying more attention to more aspects of the game than just what they have done in the past, which is usually paying a lot of attention to Mythic Plus dungeons, raids, and PvP, because that is quote-unquote what most players are interested in. But now they're paying attention to every aspect of the game, and I think that is absolutely fantastic. And I was even being a doomer on stream about this, because I wanted every single change that has been introduced today, or that I've been talking about now, I wanted these to be here, and I just said straight out, I did not expect anything to happen for crafting orders, but I am very happy to see that things are happening. And that's basically the video. I just wanted to talk about these changes, I'm very happy about them, and because they are buried in patch notes, I don't think everyone is going to read those patch notes, and it's also buried beneath way too many class changes. Like if I go back to Wowhead here, this is not really a post about crafting orders, it's a post about class changes and all of the hotfixes being put into the game. So unless you go into this article, scroll through all of it to the end, you would probably not find this. So I just wanted to make it as open as possible, as public as possible, and just have a video talking about patron orders. Now, if you are doing patron orders, and if you're interested in making gold with patron orders and using patron orders to improve your gold making, then check out my War Within Goldmaking Guide, where we talk more about making gold in the War Within, and we talk a lot about professions and patron orders, and also using the knowledge points you get from patron orders to make gold with professions. We have a very very good community that you get access to when you buy the guide, where people are printing millions of gold with professions. I am making about 3 million gold per week now by using concentration crafts alone, so professions are incredible, and I believe the War Within is arguably the easiest and the best expansion to make gold, probably since Warlords of Draenor. Maybe Legion was up there, and maybe Shadowlands, but they both had limited lifespans when it came to their gold making potential. So the War Within is absolutely insane for gold making, and if you want to have access to arguably the best gold making community in the War Within, then check out that guide. The link will be down below, and if you do buy the guide, thank you so much. That is pretty much the video though, so if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and let me know your opinions on these changes in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon. Bye bye.